to the world of musical sounds. In a moment, you will meet someone who will take you on a mysterious journey in which you will get to know the best genres of music from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Big shouts out to RG. One love to Tina Baker. Whoa, this that hot shit. Real shit.
I'm proud. Man, ain't I just might get some bands all night.
Music for me came about when I was like 13 years old. I was sitting there, I think the first person I listened to was Tupac Shakur. Listening to, I wanted to rap after hearing Me Against the World album. And after that, I was used to freestyle and constantly freestyle to myself, not knowing how to write. Being though at the age I was, like I came up with a slight disability to read and write at the time, where though it was hard for me to write things on my own, so I couldn't really write at the time. So I started just writing little words down and memorize them and starting off with little things that actually made sense to me. So I just really got into writing, whereas though I wanted to be so much like Tupac at the time. So I get my bandana out and I look in the mirror, freestyle to myself in the mirror and stuff like that. And I mean, by 13, 14, I wrote my first song. My first song was Baby Girl. Baby Girl was like my first actual song I wrote, but I held on it for so long. I never rapped it, never recorded. But when I first got into the studio, I was signed to a label, Raw DLC Entertainment. And what gave me my big break to record my own music and hear myself. The first time I ever heard myself rap, it was amazing to me. It was out of this world. It was mind-taking. And I felt though that if I could do this time, I can do this over and over again. So I really started like listening to different beats, listening to different artists, trying to find my own style, trying to find my own flow. And knowing that it was so many hot other rappers out here, I was competing against the world. That's how I looked at it. But what gave me my motivation is always going to a quiet spot, into a quiet room and listen to Tupac. And they gave me my motivation. So I will write to the beat and see if I can redo his song and still make sense of it, you know. So I started writing. So I say around the age of 13, I was really rocking then. At 13, I was hot. I started rapping on the block. I used to beat on my chest a lot, ride around the block, and do what I do. And everybody got a piece of what I was doing, was like, damn, that's hard, that's hot, man. I like that shit, man. Do that shit again. And I try to rap without the beat and fumble a lot. So my little brother, Teen Ty, he used to always say, he'd be like, yo, just beat on your chest, yo, so you'll have a beat. Beat on your chest so you have a beat. But then people started picking me out of battles because I was using my chest to beat. So I couldn't really much join any battle raps and get in any battle, but I had the lyrics to do it, to damage any rapper that still fought in front of me. So I started, really, I just started focusing. I started focusing more on a lot of things, like what's going on in the world, like how females should be treated, how they shouldn't be treated. So my first actual song was Baby Girl. I did that sitting in the studio. I was in a relationship and I was in love, but the person wasn't in love. So at that time, I was writing about her. writing about her. So soon as I hit Baby Girl, and the beat I used, the first beat I used was it was Juvenile. It was Juvenile song. He had the sample of Pretty Brown Brown driving me wild. Ooh, child. And I started rapping to that. So when I wrote the song, I wrote it actually to that beat. And I got in the studio. And Stacy Baker, he was like, man, that shit hot. So he called producers and called niggas down there and see do it. So I did the song. When I did the song, it was like, man, damn, everybody was like, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So I felt good about myself. Not trying to show I was really energized about it, but I was very, very, very happy to see other people loving my music. So at that point, I felt like I was going to be a star. At that point, I knew I was going to be a star. So, I mean, that's how I went. My first song was Baby Girl, and that became one of my biggest hits. I loved it. Everybody else loved it to the day. Some people still remind me of that song, but it was awesome to me. I mean, I really loved it. I mean, so that's why started rapping more from that song. It gave my motivation, gave my energy. Me and my mom relationship. Me and my mom we got an awkward relationship. Me and my mom, we're distant, but we're close. Me and my mom close, like there's no other woman that can take my mom's place. That's point blank period. And my mom, she just got like the beautifulest heart. She's in North Carolina, I'm in Baltimore, so it's kind of hard not to like. It's kind of hard to really like be around my mom. But our relationship is a son and mama relationship. I'm just one of those children that she had that love being distant. I wasn't raised up like a mama's boy, and I ain't want to always be there to ask my mom for something. She'll ask me, do I need something? I'd be like, no matter what position I'm in life or how my financial life is going. But my mom was always there for me, even though we were distant. I mean, we're still distant to the day, but we know our love for each other. I mean, she come, I'm gonna come running. If I call, she gonna come running. So that's me and my mom relationship. It's more like it's like me and my mom relationship. It's hard to explain though, cause me and my mom we sat and we've been through a lot. Like together we've been through a lot, and separate we've been through a lot. My mama fought a long time of drug abuse, and I mean, through the grace of God, I mean, my mom is the best woman in the world now, and she's happy where she is, and I'm happy for her. I'm proud of my mom through all these years. She's been one of the most strongest women in my life that been through so much, and I done seen and witnessed her cry at night, and just trying to find food for us to eat when we were younger, and going out and doing whatever she had to do, and whatever she had to do to make it right for us, to keep us safe and to keep our bellies full. And I mean, my mom is wonderful. We don't have a bad relationship. Me and my mom, we have a great relationship. It's just distant. I mean, and I think that's because we're in two different states. But at the end of the day, if my mom was in the same city I was in, I'd be around my mom 24/7. I ain't gonna lie. And it's crazy. My mom got a birthday coming up sometime this week, the 31st. I mean, and I'll probably be one of the first to say happy birthday to her. I gotta do a social media. That way, that's the way everybody get to see, you know what I mean, your support of your mom, and your mom seeing your support for her. So yeah, me and my mom, we got a I say not so beautiful relationship, but we got a mother and son relationship. We're supposed to be. That's a hard. I mean, it's not hard, but it's like that's one of them embarrassing things that you can't. You don't know what it's going to do to the other person that you saying who you had sex with, but I can name a lot of them. the women. It's going to take me a little bit, but my first sexual partner was Latoya. Latoya, don't remember her last name. Latoya was my first encounter with sex. My virginity got taken at that point. Can I just name all of them? I mean, because I can't go in order. So it's like, all right. So I know the ones I acknowledge the most. Sinera, Rocky, Louise, Erica, Brittany. Sheesh. Cause I didn't really love a lot of them, like, but it was so many. I don't know. It was a lot of women. I had a lot of sexual partners, man. I had a lot of sexual partners, man. A lot. I mean, and I don't know. I can't really name. I may because it's a nervous point right now. So, but it's like I can name a lot, but I just can't name them all right now. But do another story. I name it like that, and that'll be that. Wow, the wildest place was I was messing with this girl, and we had broke up. But being though I was who I was and how I did things, and I thought I was just that top dude in the club, and whenever I did something, everybody looked at me. So it was something that I couldn't get past, and something that I really wanted to do. And at that time, Usher came out with Love in the Club, and did a show out Taste Lounge, and I was in there. And the girl that I was with, we had really broke up. But I'm like, dang, I know she still had feeling for me, and I still had feeling for her too. So it was more like, I mean, we were both feeling each other at the time, haven't seen each other in a long time. So that one, my wildest place I ever had sex was in the club. I was getting head behind the bar at first while somebody was performing. and then it kind of led to the bathroom. I wanted some more, and it went, and she was already gone. And I knew once the crowd started, the lights went down, and I was like, man, I got to find her again. So I was looking for her through the crowd. So when I got to the girl's bathroom, I was like, man, she might be in that motherfucker. So when I got in that motherfucker, I went to the girl's bathroom and went straight for pulled her dress up on the counter on top of the mirror, hit her from the front. I mean, snatched her back down. She turned me around. I turned her back around. I bent her over. We did that. In the bathroom. It was one of my things to do anyway. I had that on the bucket list, baby. So it was like, yeah, I wanted to have sex in the bathroom. And now I can listen to Usher, Love in the Club, because I actually did it. And I felt pretty good about myself, even though my night was fucked up, because I definitely got put out the club after that. So it was, that was my wildest place to have sex at. More followed behind it, but that was my first wildest place to have sex at, in the club bathroom. My first girlfriend was the love of my life. Not the love of my life, but then at the time, she was my first love. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time, and at that time, we were going to the same school, McFarland Middle School, and I met her in the cafeteria, like the first day of school. I met her, like in the first day of school, I met her in the cafeteria breakfast time. And she was sitting with her homegirls. And from me looking through everybody, I seen that she was the first person that I saw, first beautiful girl that I saw in that room. Like no one else counted, but she was the first beautiful girl I saw. And my homeboys was like, I was scared, I was jealous. I was shy at the time. I'm still a virgin at the time, so it's like, I'm not good with my words, and I'm not good at approaches with females. So I mean, but my homeboy gassed me up to do it, man. My homeboy Ilk. We lived in a neighborhood in DC called 640, Northwest DC, Morton Street. I mean, we live up the street from each other. He was actually my best friend. He would always gas me to do what I couldn't do. When I couldn't do something, he'd gas me. And so I approached her and I asked her name. She said her name was Amanda McComb. I say my name is Harold Jones. And from that point, I asked her, did she have a boyfriend? She said no. So I went back and I grabbed a piece of paper and took it old school and went like, can I be your boyfriend? Circle yes or circle no. You know, and that tip, like that's how we did it right then. So I did it and everything was awesome, and the relationship, that's my first love. We did everything together. We meet at each other lockers. We did boyfriend and girlfriend things. It wasn't too much. It wasn't no tongue kissing. We did a lot of pecks. and we did, and a lot of rubbing. Like, you know, you kiss, I mean, you think you know what you're doing when you're kissing at that age. You think you know what you're doing. But we did a lot of rubbing. I mean, I'm turned on, she turned on. At that time, I think we was calling it making out. So yeah, that's what it was, I mean, with me and her. But she became my first love. I mean, we did the Valentine's Day ball together. I mean, we did birthdays. We did a lot, man. That was my partner, that was my friend. And she was definitely, and we're definitely, to the day, we're still close. And I can call her, I get arrested or something. She one of the first people I call, and she answers no time. Boy, what you doing, boy? Oh man, you need to get out that city. Every time I look around, something going wrong with you. She was that friend, and she's still that friend to the day, and we talk a lot. I mean, so she was my first love. My first love was Amanda McComb. I remember when I was going on 17. I was at the end of my bid and I was on lockup. And I got a chance to get a phone call to call home. And Jay Leno, he just got released probably like 5 months before me. And I made a phone call and my mama picked up. And she was like, everything I say, man, I'm fine, I'm cool, and I'm chilling. And it was like, I'm gonna need you to sit down. I'm like, Ma, I can't sit down because I'm on lockup. There's nowhere for me to really sit down. What's going on? She said, and I asked her, like, she had you talked to Leno today? And she was like, that's what I want to talk to you about. And she was like, Harold. My mama never called me Bobby, and she never called me no other nickname but my name. So she's like, Harold, he gone. I'm like, where you go? I mean, where you go? And from that point, I knew what was going on. I knew my best friend, my brother, my cousin, my uncle, like a father. He was everything to me. He was really everything to me. So it was more when it hit me that he gone. I'm like, what happened? When I found out what happened, it changed my life because he is one of the reasons that I came home from prison wanting to rap. It was like it was devastating. I couldn't feel nothing anymore. I didn't know how to feel. Knowing a great family member who was like a brother to me said he was gonna be right there as soon as I get out. And he wasn't. He was shot 7 times. but everything was I kind of took it like a champ, but I took it like anybody else would take it when you lose a loved one. But it's like I lost everything when I lost him. I mean, for the point I loved him so much. I mean, I tattooed to him on both of my arms. Like both of my arms got his name on me. So I can always, there's no way in the world I can forget him. And I don't never want to forgive him. And I mean, I don't never want to forget him because he meant a lot to me. He taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to make money. He taught me how to drive. He taught me how to write my music right, bar for bar. He taught me how to record, how far to be away from the mic, and how to breathe. Taught me how to fight. First man I know that ever put a gun in my hand. Taught me how to defend myself. So when he left, it felt once again me against the world. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to think. I'm free from jail, and my rising to get money is at a down right now because the person that's supposed to have me when I got released is gone now. But I used everything he taught me to come up. But to the day, it still bothers me. It still hurt. I don't think the pain ever go away. Every time I think of him, hit a drink of him, think of him. I don't know. It changed a lot of me though. It changed a lot about me. Yeah, I'm really proud of it right now. I've been working hard on it, and it's coming. It's dropping May 20th. It's called No More Pain, and the reason for this album is because I was feeling like this is gonna be my last album. I want it to be my last album because I'm getting kind of a little too old to keep rapping and trying to make it. So like this, I'm not gonna say for sure, but I want it to be my last album. So this album ends all the pain. Like is me in a suit at a funeral. I mean the casket behind me, and excuse me, it's me burying all the pain, all the love, all the ride, everything I've been through that I wanted to bury, that caused me pain and problems in my life. I'm burying it. Burying all my pain. That's what the casket is in the background for, and that's the funeral. Me celebrating no more pain. Me burying all my pain and starting over, starting a whole new life. I mean, cause the album is great. I mean, the album is great. So far that I listened to it, it's great. I haven't heard every song on it. Don't really know what's the choice of the songs that's gonna be put on there, but so far the songs I done listened to, it's a great album. And I got a lot of support behind me. And it's also featuring a lot of people. I mean, well, not a lot, but a couple. I mean, I'm gonna mention one name though. The young lady, Sincere. She's on a song called Past Life, which I think she did an awesome, great job. Good looking, Sincere. I appreciate you on that one. You did your thing. And the song is more like, it's a sexual song, but it's based on, I thought I saw somebody before, but it may not be her, but it could be her. But if it is her, I'm gonna make it count. That's how the song going. So I'm telling my fantasies of what I want to do in that song. That's what I want to do. These are the things I want to do to her. If I ever got a chance to meet her, them the things I want to do to her. Not do it to Sincere, but not do it to Sincere, but do it to the person in the song, what the song is about. That part. She is a great girl, but got my partner. I respect her a lot. And I look forward to it doing better than a lot of my last albums that I've been doing. So hopefully I get a lot of love on this one. Hopefully everybody show me love. If not, I'm my own fault. So on that note, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So to the world, look out for my new album, Bobby Baltimore, No More Pain, coming May 20th, 2019. Get it and show me love. Hope a lot of love gets shown. In my next interview, I promise, I mention all the supportive things that supported me on this album. And so on.
I was born with a dick. So many screams, fuck the world, it be me banging a fit. Without a minute left, a vest strap to cover my chest. I go to war like Saddam. I ain't scared of your bomb. Cannon truck when I ride for the niggas with guns. This ain't no Bronx, still we really.